Reddit to do and welcome into more important issues. It is Sunday, October 13th. In this week, the Vols are 1-0, and that's all that matters. This week.
In orange pants.
In orange pants. When's the last time we lost in orange pants? I know in 16 against Kentucky we won. I'm sure there's a time very recently, but...
We're 1-0 right now.
We're 1-0 right now.
That's all that matters.
So, I know beggars can't be choosers, so I understand that, but I'm not a fan of the all orange pants. Like, I'd prefer the double stripe, the checkerboard stripe.
Okay.
I want there to be a stripe.
That's fair.
Again, I understand beggars can't be choosers. I get it. I'm just saying.
Could use maybe a little bit. You don't want to go full cream.
I do not want to go. Well, even creamsicle's got a little bit of white. Now you got to lick to get to it.
Yeah, you got to get like to the inside.
Yeah, but it's got white in it. Like, why can't we? I don't know. I mean, obviously, the double stripes would be great. I will settle for either a single white stripe or the checkerboard. I don't know why we've talked about this. I think we had Chad on to talk about it. I don't know why we went away from that. It's so unique. It looked awesome, especially on the helmet.
And now Kentucky stole it, and so it looks like it's theirs now because we got away from it. So.
Right now, I'm sure most of you, if you weren't at the game, I'm sure you were on Twitter, and so you knew it. We didn't get into the game. I got into the game during the national anthem. Hadn't been on my phone in a while. We were having a good time, enjoying our company, each other's company. Mm-hmm. Not just me and him, but we would have if it was just me and him. And I get there, and we ran out. I didn't believe it for a second. I was like, "Are those orange pants, Sam?" He was like, "They're orange pants." I was like, because you could kind of see them in the tunnel, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
So apparently they tweeted it out. Like
they did.
Official account tweeted out like an hour or so before the game.
So they tweeted out, I think, maybe an hour before the game, but once because the players came into the locker room, they didn't know they were wearing orange pants.
Oh yeah.
So I know that at that point. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We've got a great episode. We're excited. Like I said, the Vols are 1-0.
So we're 1-0.
We're 1-0. We're happy, baby. Vols win, you win. My fantasy team is fighting to win this week. It's my fault, sort of, but I forgot. I picked up Josh Lambo. Forgot to start him. Rookie mistake. But hey, we're fighting to win.
You live and you learn.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to talk Mississippi State. What's next coming up this week, we all unfortunately know. We've got a college football recap and then our segments before we start the remainder of the show. I'm going to tell you all about just going to combine those words. You all about my bookie. I don't know about you guys, but for me, a game is 10 times more exciting when I'm putting my money on it. Sometimes I have a gut feeling about a matchup, and sometimes I'm just betting on my team because they're my team. Hope you took the Vols under this week, not the over. Regardless, whether you've been betting for years now or you're ready to play for the first time, MyBookie is your best bet this season. If you're the kind of guy who likes to bet a little to win a lot, try parlay. For instance, if you like a couple of the big favorites this week, parlays are perfect because they let you bet multiple games together for a much bigger payout. So if you're going to bet this season, do the smart thing and go to mybookie.ag because no one gives you more ways to win. With pro football, college football, MLB playoffs in full swing, and both hockey and basketball around the corner, now is the time to get off the sidelines and get in on the action. If you really want to support your team this season, don't just sit on the sidelines. Get in the game with mybookie.ag. If you join right now, MyBookie will double your first deposit only if you use the promo code CHAIR to activate the offer. That's promo code CHAIR. Visit mybookie.ag today. You play, you win, you get paid. Go get paid, guys. Told you to take the under. The two teams that were in Neyland on Saturday were not going to score 53 points. No way. No. And then Brian Maurer went down, and you were 100% that there were not going to be 53 points scored on that field.
Maurer actually helped that case, throwing picks in the end zone.
Yeah, he did. Somebody tweeted, I guess I was looking at halftime, and they were like, "Are we okay with this freshman making mistakes or making freshman mistakes?" And I was like, "Is he a freshman? He is. Yep, I'm good. Now, can't do it again. Don't like you doing it twice. But
was the first one concussed?
It'd be the second one in the end zone.
Or the second one. Sorry, yes.
Possibly that may be part of it. I mean,
full scorpion. I mean, that's like,
dude, that was nasty. I can't believe they didn't stop. I mean, I know he got up relatively quick for that kind of hit. Got up relatively quickly, but I can't believe an athletic trainer wasn't already halfway out there before.
That's definitely like ridiculousness
Yeah.
worthy, right?
Oh yeah.
It's full scorpion.
It was a nasty fall. Did Pruitt say he had a concussion? He say a little concussion.
He said a little concussion.
So,
but he was celebrating, so he looked
means.
fine. I don't know what kind of concussion protocol we have.
yeah, we did not do a good job of
Him jumping in the stands is probably not what I'd want for my starting quarterback.
And apparently he may have went streaking.
In the quad.
He's streaking in the quad. Oh, that's awesome. Frank the Tank, baby. I could see Maurer being a Frank the Tank. I could see it.
I mean, if a player gets arrested streaking in the quad after a win, can you really be that mad?
Yeah, do it on Cumberland, not on the straw, not on the quad. Do it down Cumberland. The strip.
So strip on the strip.
Correct.
Okay.
It used to be like a thing. People just go streaking on the strip.
Like run the whole strip?
Maybe that's why I don't.
Maybe it's like drag racing.
I was talking to
on each side.
Maybe I was talking to someone a number of years ago, and he had a bunch of pictures. He worked for, I guess, a newspaper, and he had a bunch of pictures of college students stripping on the strip.
Kind of weird.
It's a thing, man. Get naked, run around. It's a thing.
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird that he has those pictures.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Like stashed.
Yeah, they were in his personal collection at that point.
Okay.
I would have. You wouldn't have had to work hard to talk me into streaking last night. You could have just been like, the Vols are 1-0 when you streak, Caleb. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yep.
Bet you won't.
Or, hey, everybody's streaking outside. All right, well, I got to join in.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't miss out on the fun.
I can 100% tell you right now, if someone had come into Cool Beans and been like, Brian Maurer streaking on the strip right now, I would have taken off my clothes and ran with him.
Yeah.
100%. Can't arrest us all. If everybody does it, you can't arrest us all.
Right.
We're just trying to keep Brian Maurer out of jail.
But don't you dare do a U-turn.
God bless. Oh, man. That was a nice jump. Speaking of the Mississippi State game, I guess we should really talk football.
Yeah, let's talk football.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So Brian Maurer didn't look terrible.
No.
Didn't look great. But also only had a half to really get anything going.
Yep.
Couple of nice drives while he was in there. I think he was like 4 of 7, something like that.
Yep, 4 of 7.
2 interceptions.
61 yards.
So I was looking at that and I was like, oh, wow, I can't believe we just threw the ball 7 times in the first half. That's pretty crazy. And we did try a double pass with Juwan Jennings. So if you want to count that, 1-8. But yeah, I was pretty surprised because I thought we were. I didn't think we were running the ball enough yet until, JG came in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised. It just didn't feel that way. I don't know why. But now it makes sense. I looked at the end of the first quarter and it was 12:30. Yep. I was like, we're going to be back home at 2:30 today. What the heck? This is all. And then CBS.
Run clock run.
CBS or whoever. I don't even know what channel it was on. We thought it was CBS with all the timeouts, but I think it was SEC Network.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoever the network was took over and they're like, nope, we're going to be here for 4.5 hours. Guarantee it. And at one point, Mississippi State was going to kick a field goal. I guess someone called a timeout. Surely a TV timeout didn't pop out. 2.5 minute timeout before the kick. Kick the field goal, go to kickoff. Before the kickoff, 3-minute timeout.
Yep.
I was like, that is absurd. Absurd.
That was a while.
I'm not complaining about being at a football game, but 2 3-minute timeouts back to back, that's ridiculous.
And it was almost like perfect weather too.
It was very nice weather.
It was like
it was a little chilly.
It was a little chilly, but like in those kind of games, I feel like they drag it out like on the hottest game possible.
Yeah.
They're just like, TV timeout.
You weren't
like that red guy. Props to him because he's definitely the most hated person.
Absolutely. I think we should start booing him.
Yeah, boo him.
A Mississippi State fan turned to me. What play was it? It was a egregious call. I think it was a defensive holding call on the run play. And we, however many people were there yesterday? 85,000. Do you know what the official attendance was?
I can look that up.
I think Mississippi State fans even booed. Everyone booed. It was a loud boo, and he turned and he was like, that was one of the most impressive boos I've ever heard. Like, he's like, that was a commitment from an entire fan base.
I don't see how in the world. And it wasn't like it was a lineman and a lineman like held him where he couldn't like block somebody else. It was a cornerback.
And it wasn't even like really at the play. I don't know. It's a little absurd. I've never seen defensive holding.
85.
Yeah. I've never seen defensive holding on a run play in my entire life.
I don't think I've ever seen it in college. I've seen it in the NFL before because, they have to call everything.
Yeah,
because
they get paid by the flags in the NFL.
Professional.
I was really proud of myself yesterday. The first time ever on the intentional grounding, a flag wasn't thrown. And I'm sure people are like, shut up, jackass. But I'm like yelling, that's intentional grounding. That's intentional grounding. The refs converged, and I'm like, someone was like, are they going to call, or they're calling him down. And I think that's what they were trying to decide. If he was down, obviously it's not intentional grounding. Mm-hmm. So that's what they were talking about. And then they throw the flag, and I was like, I turned to Sam, and I was like, that is the first time I've ever asked for something like that. And it's actually gotten called. So I feel good. I know they were here. I was yelling really loud. I know they heard me.
Yeah.
And during the defensive holding call, they heard my John Tarleton comment, and they were like, God, I really upped my game for this guy. He knows. He knows. So, yeah, I know I affected the game. Now I should. But, yeah, I don't even know how we got to that point. But
so, congrats on the victory.
Yeah, thank you.
You're 1-0.
1-0 now against the refs. Another stat that stood out to me that was mind-boggling. We didn't target Callaway. Sorry, we didn't hit Callaway. We may have targeted him.
Yeah, so I wrote down some needs that we need to do, and that was one of them. Definitely got to get Callaway the ball, and especially after last week with him making plays for you.
Right.
You got to find some way to get him the football.
Right. I guess like midway through the third, I guess we weren't playing terrible yet. We never played terrible. Our defense. I mean, seriously. Phenomenal performance by our defense.
Defense gets the victory.
Yeah, that's exactly. So I guess I wasn't thinking about, how we're not getting the ball to playmakers. And Sam said, we have not. He said enough. So I guess he did get targeted at least once. Mm-hmm. But he said we are not getting the ball to Callaway enough.
No.
Which obviously isn't a good thing because, like you said, you got to find a way to get the ball to playmakers.
Yeah. So defensively, let's talk about the good first. Defensively, played out of their mind. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better defensive performance from your guys on that side of the football.
And the pass rush still it wasn't fantastic, but much improved.
And when you needed them to make a play, they made a play. I thought that had to do with timely blitzes.
Yep.
I thought it had to do with we did have good pass rushers, and we didn't have to blitz to get pressure all the time. We could just send 4 guys, and 4 guys were at least going to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
We also had some great blitzes.
Yeah.
You speak of well-timed, not only well-timed, but well-executed.
Yeah. The one with Bryce Thompson.
That's the first one that popped in my head.
That was beautiful.
I think Crouch had a couple nice blitzes. Toto definitely had one right off the top of my head I can think of it was right up the middle too. Yeah. And a really nice blitz.
Somebody that just jumps off the field for me is Daniel Batuli.
Yeah.
And that's like he's a guy that would have been a huge difference for us those first 2 weeks.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't replace a leader like that. Like no one's going to step up the way Batuli leads. If they're not a leader yet, they're not just going to magically in 1 week flip the switch and be a leader. Like that's you aren't. You usually don't get better at that. Like I was talking to Sam because we were talking about AJ Johnson at some point yesterday, and I said, "Man, AJ Johnson, did you see him in that was an interception in the end zone? Mm-hmm. He was in like a duel with Phillip Rivers, getting the defense set, and Phillip was moving people or changing middle linebacker calls, stuff like that. I was like that's a guy you can't replace what he brings on the field in terms of just leadership.
Yep,
same kind of dude
for sure. So 3 interceptions, 7 sacks, 10 tackles for loss. We had 7 sacks.
Yeah,
number one, 7 freaking sacks. We had 8 going into that game the whole season. So to almost match your season total is incredible. Darrell Taylor finally got his.
Yep.
And that was probably, I feel like he probably gets chipped and he probably gets double teamed quite a bit because he is that guy that we have the pass rusher.
We don't have him
opposite.
Yeah, we have him who's dynamic, and then no one really else.
Yeah, like Derek Barnett had Corey Vereen, so you couldn't just leave Corey Vereen go because he's going to make a play.
Right. So we don't really have that.
That's what was so big when Derek Barnett was here to have Corey Vereen on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, and that it gave an opportunity away for Corey Vereen and our other, our interior linemen because they would still have to double team Barnett a lot. You have to, use different protections that, made the offensive line a little bit more susceptible to getting pressure. And you don't really have that. You have right now really just one dynamic guy, and even Taylor has been a tad underwhelming outside of obviously what we know we know they're keying in on him, but even then, even when they're not specifically on that play, he's been pretty underwhelming too.
Yeah.
But yesterday was better. 7 tackles for a loss. 7 sacks. 10 or 11 tackles for a loss. 10 tackles for a loss. Can't complain about that. Like, no. Like,
and I feel like they play with energy, passion. You know, they just wanted to. Everybody on that field wanted to make a play, and I feel like the crowd was into it, so they fed off that energy as well. You know, you had the SEC leading rusher on I think is it Colin? Is that Colin Hill?
Yeah.
You know, we just keyed on him and made him a non-factor. He had 11 rushes for 13 yards. He was averaging 119 per game.
Right.
Until yesterday. 13 yards. And that tells me a lot. It tells me this defense, you know, you're going to have a good offense to be able to score on us. I feel like they're not going to let one guy beat them. DeAndre Swift, for example, didn't have a great game. It was kind of everybody else,
right?
You know, kind of beat us. But
it's going to take more.
Yeah, but if you just have one stud, I feel like we do a good job of taking that one stud away.
Typically,
so far,
I won't say all the time.
Yeah, so far this season, I feel like we've done that.
I will say this: to hold Mississippi State, I forgot to look up what they were averaging before the game. Enough for us to take notice. In their rushing game, their quarterback was like 6.6 yards a carry. Their number one running back was like 5.5 yards per carry going into the game. And we held them to 121 yards rushing, and a big bulk of that came late in the fourth quarter where we were just keeping everything in front of us.
Yeah, and the quarterback was getting loose. Yeah,
79 yards before the Tyler Bird touchdown. I think it was 79 yards.
But again, like
it had to be more than that.
They got down there, and you're starting to get a little nervous.
Yeah.
You know, those Tennessee fans were like, "Oh crap,
we've seen this one before."
Yeah, here we go again. But then that defensive front, they made a play when they needed to.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And somebody else, Nigel Warrior has played the best football of his entire career the past 2 weeks.
He played a lot better both in the run game and pass game, like just all around better.
I remember he was playing like 10 yards off the ball and met a Mississippi State running back in the hole from 10 yards away. And
on his interception, too, he gets, I think the move got him a little bit. It didn't take him all the way out of position, but got him a little bit. It didn't. I don't think he got enough depth early on in it, but made a fantastic athletic play to get over there. And it wasn't going to be a complete pass. And then makes an incredible play to catch it. Mm-hmm. Like I said, there was I don't remember who was under him. Schamberger was under him. Like, it was not going to be complete, but it took a heck of a play to make the interception there. Mm-hmm. So
I feel like our running backs did a pretty good job, and our offensive line.
That's another one.
Tip your hat to them. Clean pocket. I feel like they made holes when they needed to. Finished blocks. I feel like Maurer, and even when JG when they allowed him to throw, had plenty of time.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like there were a lot more holes yesterday in the run game, and I was getting kind of frustrated at. Felt like I believe it was Chandler was really quick to kind of bump to the next hole, and I said, I was like, just be a little more patient. Sam was like, he's not used to it. I was like, you're right. I mean, usually that hole, if it doesn't open up first, it ain't going to open up. But now they're doing a lot better job, and you rolled in Calber and Carvin in the second half. Did you notice a difference?
Not really.
Not really. That's
not until Calber went down.
Right.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Calber was in.
And they brought Smith in after that, right? Back in?
Who did they? They brought, Wright back in.
Right, one of them. Like, we didn't have to go to the third string guy because I don't think they were really banged up. It was maybe hurting a little bit. So we didn't have a drop off there, which was nice.
Yeah, they were Dominic able to sustain drives.
Yeah, Dominic Wood-Anderson was much better in the run game this week, too.
Yep.
We still rolled Austin Pope out there a lot, and I think we only threw once with him on the field.
Yeah.
Maybe twice.
I know we talked about this. When Austin Pope goes on there, it's probably going to be a run.
Yeah.
But when Ramel Keaton and Gerard Means are out there, it's
100% run.
99%. The only time, and I think when Keaton got that pass to him, it was a great catch, great play on the ball. Used his body to defend off the receiver and let the ball kind of fall into his chest. But we do not throw when they're in the game.
No.
And when he caught that pass,
I think
catches. Palmer was on the other side and he was just in for somebody else. and we ended up throwing it to him.
And maybe that'll change now too. They mentioned so everybody noticed T. Martin down on the field rather than in the box this week, and Pruitt said that's just it wasn't a big deal. It's just the rotation with the wide receivers wasn't right. Callaway and Jennings were playing too many snaps, and it was killing them. We had to do a better job. So maybe now with him down there, you're going to see them in on more pass because they're getting in at the right times. It's not as much confusion. So maybe that'll help.
And I feel like a lot of that could be setting something up. I feel like we did a great job with play action. Brian Maurer was under center a lot more than he has been so far. And I think that's just him getting comfortable with the offense.
Right. Means had a catch, though, right, as well? Keaton and Means? Both?
I don't think Means had a catch.
Okay. Maybe he just had a target. Because I remember talking about him, right after it happened.
But I thought Maurer, he made plays with his feet.
Mm-hmm.
He made some good throws. I remember one play in particular that they blitzed, and that linebacker blitzed, and he hit Palmer right in stride, right where that linebacker was going to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was good for him to see that and then see his target and lead him and make a play.
I thought the play, until Maurer went out, I thought the play calling was a lot better too.
Yeah.
And then even on that last drive, the play calling was good. And I'm not just saying just the last drive. It was good, but several times throughout the game, it was, obviously we're just running the ball. We were one-dimensional, but in the last drive, we got a lot more open.
You definitely sense that they did not trust JG.
Absolutely. One of my favorite play calls was we were in like a bunch set on the my left, would have been your right, going to the south end zone, and we needed a first down. I want to say it was like 3rd and 12. Like it was a longer yardage, and I think everyone assumed we were just going verticals, and I think the 2 inside guys ran verticals to clear, and whoever was on the outside, I think it might have been Jennings, kind of just ran like a little curl, kind of sat down in the space, and then ran across the middle and got some more yardage. Yep. I thought it was a great play call. It was really good. So yeah, credit to Chaney, and credit to the defense play calling. I already talked about it. Really good. There's not a lot you can complain about yesterday. I mean, noticeable things. I said 6 first downs in the second half, 14 total. That's not great, but you won. You said you mentioned, I don't know if you mentioned on the show, but you mentioned it before the show that how much time we had, like 10 more minutes of possession than they did.
Yeah, let me look up exactly what that was. Yeah. But some kind of plays that stuck out to me that were kind of key was, number one, the Samaglia's field goal right before the half. Number 2 had to be the Tim Jordan 3rd down. I think it was on that last drive.
And his touchdown run was really nice too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And props to JG, man.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you got to give him some credit. 6 for 7. I forgot how many yards he had, but
108,
something like that.
No, credit to him. I mean, I think if Maurer's healthy, he's still the guy. Don't mishear me in that. Yeah. But you've been benched. You got to come in and hold on to a lead where it's not secure at all. And you made a couple good plays. That someone tweeted the video out, which they incorrectly said that he made a nice read and went away from his first read. He was just looking off the safety, but he actually looked off the safety.
Yeah,
he got the safety. He pulled the safety left and was able to hit Ramel Keaton, and it was a nice play. I think he even steps up a little bit because he's got an end trying to fly upfield on him. I think he even has to step up a little bit. It's a good play by him. He is, credit, like you said, credit to him.
Yep, Tyler Bird. He keeps, cashing in on those opportunities that he gets.
He made a couple plays on punt return this year.
Yeah, against UTC.
Yeah, he had that block.
Yep, blocked one. And I think, did he block another one or something?
I can't remember.
I
feel like he's had a big play. I don't know if he blocked
it. He made a couple plays in that game. But yeah, just a senior, getting his opportunity and making the most of it. And that's all you can ask from those guys.
Right.
Once you get that opportunity,
take advantage of it.
Yeah. Because if you do, then they're going to get you more involved. Guys that can make plays are going to play.
Yeah. And that's a chance, too. If you go out there and ball out, you may win your starting job back. Now, I don't think he did. But he played good enough to win, which is credit enough. Because it's difficult to do, to come in.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate to him that that's the one position where we're kind of good at.
Yeah.
like depth wise.
Oh, you're talking about Bird. Sorry, I was talking about JG. But yes, Bird as well. Yeah.
Right.
But I just mean JG, if you go in and ball out, you probably get a starting job back. Now, I don't think you played well enough to do that. But you're talking about credit to him. If you're a competitor, losing that starting position like that, you're upset. Now, what you have to fight is you can't be visibly upset. You can't pout. And then when you get the chance to go in, you got to take advantage of it. And I thought, we talked about how more supportive he was, even at halftime of the Georgia game. Or not Georgia game. Georgia game.
Yep.
Was that? I thought Maurer started Georgia. What game am I thinking of?
He did start Georgia.
Oh, yeah. And I was thinking he got subbed out. But that's not what happened. I guess it was Florida. He came out of halftime, and JG was one of the first people to.
Oh yeah.
To meet him.
Yeah, and it looked like in the game yesterday. It looks like Maurer on that touchdown. He was the first one to JG.
Right.
So that's good that they have that. Kind of. It's a competition, but it's also like.
You got to be teammates too.
Yeah, you're
teammates
first.
Then
you're on the same team.
Yeah. Yep. Credit to JG though for sure. As far as Mississippi State goes, that's pretty much all I have. I mean, I could talk about it all day, but the things I wanted to.
I don't think they're very
point
good.
out. No, they're not.
I was shocked. Like I thought they were going to be a lot better than that.
Right. What is this? Top 10 what? Sorry, I just got distracted.
Yeah, top 10.
But of what? Because Kansas City was playing the Chargers.
No,
that was Arizona.
Yeah.
That was Arizona. Okay. Yeah. Just kidding. I'm a liar. I lied. But yeah, anything else from the Mississippi State game before we move on and talk? We're going to briefly talk about what's next and what's coming up this week.
Not a whole lot. I mean, we won. It was ugly, and I feel like it shouldn't have been that close.
But I think if Maurer's in, I think we pull away maybe 3-4 scores. Yeah. You might get to 53 if Maurer continues playing. You may. Because the offense, like you said, just looked more dominant. Like in terms of being able to move the ball, sustain drives.
We whooped their ass.
The offensive line did.
Like defensively, that one touchdown that they scored, it was like, and in the first half, they got a field goal. Their kicker kicked a 51-yard field goal off the crossbar and bounced in.
That thing grew some freaking legs as it crossed.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who was blowing the correct direction or what. Like it looked like it was gonna fall in the end zone.
Oh yeah.
And grew some legs.
I was like, oh no way.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it wasn't very like high. It was like a short. I was like, oh no way.
Yeah.
Doing. Oh my god.
Someone was right. In Bryant-Denny Stadium, that one bounces back towards the kicker.
Oh yeah.
They've got the right size field goal post or something. Like that one's going back. What's that? I was gonna say something else about the kicker. Oh no. Curses. Did we break 2 curses yesterday? Backup quarterback and friends in low places. Was friends in low places technically a curse since it only happened once, or?
Yeah, I wouldn't count that. It's a great song.
I just like breaking it. If we can break it, break it.
Yeah, any curses you can break.
Well, as I was singing it, I was like, I'm an idiot. But I sang it.
Backup, I don't even know if I consider that a backup quarterback though.
They brought him in. I mean, he didn't start, and they brought him in.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but like they both started
throughout the season.
Yeah,
it was due to injury though, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I thought it was for some reason.
It might be, but so why did Schrader just come in because he was
playing terrible? I would assume, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I thought Schrader would get pulled too, and he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't play that much better.
Yeah. I was excited to see the other guy starting. I was more worried about Schrader. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'll say that. What's next? Obviously, Alabama. So I'll tell this is, I think, when I came to the realization that Tennessee's just never going to make me happy. It was 2013, freshman year. We beat Steve Spurrier's South Carolina.
Ooh, visor guy
in Neyland. Michael Pilardi, game-winning field goal. As time expired. And we go to Alabama next week. And you're riding high, man. Worley played good that game. You had that Marquez, Marquez, what's it? North, yeah. Yep. I think he was getting grabbed. He trapped the ball in his shoulder pad. Mm-hmm. He just played a good game. Your defense played good that game. I'm trying to remember who the quarterback was. So then it was Connor Shaw, I believe. Pretty good. So we go after that game, and I'm like, I'm going to Alabama. I'm getting tickets tonight. Like, I'm going to Alabama. We're going to win. My dad's like, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to regret it. They're going to whoop us.
Should have listened.
Save your money. And I'm like, no, Dad, we're going to win this game. Did you see how we played this week? Get ready. Like, we're going to win this game. Drive down there. Got beat 49-7, maybe 49-10. I think 49-7. And the only touchdown we scored, I decided that I had enough and I was going to go pee while we were on the field. And Josh Dobbs threw a touchdown pass. And so I didn't even get to see a score. And it was a terrible trip. I got in a fight, or an argument, with an Alabama fan. Yeah, it was my fault too. I was being a hothead. But yeah, that's my Alabama story. And now I've got people on Twitter thinking we're going to win. And I'm like, guys, I've been there, done that. We're going to get killed.
Don't give in.
I love Tennessee. If they win, I'll be really happy. Alabama probably covers in the first half.
Yeah, probably. So, Henry To'oTo'o is definitely out. So I think Crouch starts at middle line.
He has to, right?
Yeah.
Is J.J. Peterson going to play this week? What's like... what do we do?
I think it's a lost cause with him. That's what I'm going to go with.
I'm in agreement with you.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, what do we do?
Like as far as J.J. Peterson or Alabama?
Playing Alabama. Like inside. Do we have enough inside linebackers?
I'm still on board with... Like, we should have done what you did. We should have all got targeting calls.
Exactly. Just get ejected.
Yeah.
Just get ejected. Then you don't have to go through the whole we sat him because we didn't want to compete. Because, like, as much as, like, I need Brian Maurer to be our starting quarterback, like, if we just sit him just to be safe, like, I'm not going to be mad.
Like, because that's Tennessee's thing. We have to stay healthy. If we lose guys, we're definitely not going to.
Yeah, let's, in some magic world, you go and beat Alabama. But you lose.
What kind of magic world is that? Because I need to go there.
Exactly. But you lose several guys to injury. You didn't win because you're not going to get bowl eligible.
Nope.
And, I mean, this program it needs to get to a bowl. Really bad. I mean, he's right. We need the extra practices. We need, we need the draw of that to recruiting. You've got to make a bowl game. Mm-hmm. For where this program's at.
I think it would be a lot different if it was at home, but it's away, like... Recruiting is not going to be that big of a deal. I just like.
So we're hoping Brian Maurer's out exactly like 7 days, right?
Yeah.
Exactly 7 days. He's back in time for South Carolina.
Yeah, because I'm not on board. I don't want to get our quarterback killed.
Yeah. But we know we'll probably roll him out there. Maybe he gets injured in the first half. Yeah. Who knows?
God dang it! Why we got to be so competitive all the time?
Right, right. Hopefully we're competitive. I think that's what you look for in this week. And on Wednesday we'll talk more about the Alabama game. I'll give you a hint though, slants. But we'll talk more about it. But yeah, I think just go and compete in Tuscaloosa with whatever quarterback you have. The good news is if our run game can look halfway that good, I think you have a chance to. I think you give your defense a chance because they're not just going to be on the field the whole time. Which the good news is, Alabama's doesn't keep defenses on the field the whole time. They just score on you. So I guess that's one good thing.
Yeah, it's like passing to the Italians.
Yeah,
score and score and score and score and score and score.
And score and score and score and score. Yeah, score and score and score. Yeah, so
that's their receivers are the Italians.
Yeah,
Judy, Ruggs, Smith. Who's the other one? Judy Ruggs Smith.
I don't know.
There's one more that's good too.
Yeah, I just don't feel great about this game, and I'm just hoping we get out of there alive and feeling good. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm excited. I mean, a lot of people are saying this is a must-win game.
Waddle.
Huh?
Waddle was the other one.
Waddle. Everyone was saying this Mississippi State game was a must-win game. I agree to an extent. I mean, when you say must-win, I think to salvage the season, not to salvage Pruitt's career or anything.
Yeah.
I think it was a must-win game for the season, and it was that you got a slim chance, but a chance to get bowl eligible. And if you take care of some business, win some games you're supposed to win, and those games I'm talking about Kentucky, Vandy. I imagine. If we don't just get absolutely obliterated by Alabama, compete with South Carolina, you're probably favored in those games. I would assume you're definitely gonna be favored in the Vandy game.
Oh yeah.
So you win the games you're supposed to win. That puts you at 4 wins, and then you got a chance to.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you got to take it one game at a time, and let the rest kind of figure itself out.
Yeah, and Missouri is not an incredible football team either. Now they're better than us.
Yeah.
But they're not a great football team. I wish Arkansas was on the schedule this year. I mean, we'd probably get beat by them, and it'd be embarrassing, but kind of wish they were on the schedule.
Yeah, next year, though.
Huh?
Next year.
Next year. Is it in Arkansas?
Yep, Fayetteville.
I don't want to go to Arkansas, but I may.
Yeah, it'd be. I don't know.
I don't want to go. Let's be clear about that. No one wants to go to Arkansas.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, I'll just go compete this week. Compete hard. Give us hope for South Carolina. It's a home game. Hopefully, it's at noon. I think we like noon games better.
Does South Carolina have a bye? Probably next week.
Probably.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of that Georgia game yet?
I watched a little bit last night.
I'm just curious if they look good doing it, or if Georgia looked terrible.
I think they look fine. I think it was very ugly.
It was just a
both sides were ugly. I mean, like, I feel like it was probably similar to yesterday with us.
Right.
It was an ugly football game.
Those noon games, man, they'll get you.
They will.
They'll get you. Duke was losing to Georgia Tech at one point.
Yeah.
Pretty late, I think, too. Third quarter.
Oh, so they play Florida next week.
Duke does?
No, South Carolina.
I was like, what?
South Carolina.
Hopefully they just get destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't want Florida to win, but I'd also not like them to be rolling as they come into us.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Right. It'd be just perfect. Impeccable timing, if you will. I don't know. Anything you want to talk about?
I think a bowl game is definitely achievable.
Yeah.
I mean, but you like I said, you have to take it one game at a time. You have to take care of business in those games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the games that you should win, you have to win, and then give yourselves a chance when it's a 50-50 game.
Right.
Like Missouri, like Kentucky, South Carolina. Give yourself a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
But stay healthy is the main thing. We have to do that. So, not looking forward to next week because I feel like that does nothing but hurt confidence and get people hurt.
Right.
But I want to win. Like, if we go in there and win.
Here's my question.
I'm already starting to talk about it.
I will not. I refuse. I've done this too many years. Here's my question. If you do beat Alabama, you won't. Anything's possible. Kevin Garnett. Yeah. Anything's possible. Anything's also impossible too.
It's true.
They don't tell you that in
Fact.
school. They don't tell you that in school. But anything is impossible. And whether to injuries or whatever reason, we don't win another game. We're 3-9, but you beat Alabama. Successful season?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'll go 1-11 if we get to beat Alabama, especially in Alabama.
I feel the same with Florida. Like, you beat either one of those teams, golden.
Maybe that Mississippi State fan that I told it didn't matter when he asked about the Georgia-South Carolina game score. I was being an asshole. That's fine. But I was like, it doesn't matter. You're not going to win the West. Like, you're never going to see those teams. And he's like, good luck or have fun at 3-9. Maybe he gave us the Bama game.
Maybe.
Also, I was like, you just lost to a 3-9 team.
Also, I don't know. I wouldn't call it successful because that means you lose to UAB.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not successful.
Jeremy Pruitt, I'll say this. If you want to keep your job, you have to win UAB and Vandy.
Oh, yeah. If you lose either of them,
it's gonna be in question.
Unless Vandy just has a magical time. If you lose to them, you're not going to be good.
No.
So let's see. Mississippi State they're 3. They have 4 wins, 1 over, but they also lost to Kansas State, who is terrible. Got obliterated by Auburn. Lost to Tennessee. Barely beat Kentucky by 10, maybe 15. Okay, I'll give them that. Their other wins are over Charleston Southern, LA Lafayette, and Southern Miss. Those are the other ones.
Yeah, they're not.
You can't talk trash about your season to us.
They
Sorry.
are not good.
You don't get that.
Not good whatsoever.
Especially after losing. And they get to play LSU next week. Huh. Have fun with that, guys.
Good for them.
Have fun with that. Recruiting.
Yeah.
Was there anybody big in town this week?
There was a couple guys.
You're my recruiting guy. You're my guy.
There was a couple guys. I'll start with that list. So you had one official visitor. That's 4-star defensive tackle Octavius Oxendine out of Ratcliffe, Kentucky. Looks like it's between us and Kentucky probably for him. I think he talked with Austin Price and he's supposed to make a decision in January or February. Okay. Could sign early, but that's not...
Probably not going to happen.
Yeah, he said he could sign, so we'll see.
Well, yeah.
4-star defensive end Jay Hardy. 4-star defensive end Tyler Barron was in town. Christian Velux. He's a 4-star quarterback in the 2021 class. He was there. 4-star defensive back Andre Turrentine from Innsworth was in town. Also, he's also part of that 2021 class. And then a couple commits. Harrison Bailey's back in town, which is huge.
Yep.
And Cooper Mays always in town. All day, every day. So, yeah, I mean, pretty good list. Tyler Barron, Jay Hardy, Octavius Oxendine. Defensive lineman. That's huge.
Right.
Need those defensive linemen. Need to get you a quarterback, Harrison Bailey. I'm hoping he just stays. I mean, everything
Which one was
that...
Sorry, I was...
Harrison Bailey. Everything that I've heard or been told, it looks like he is firm to Tennessee.
Yeah.
But you got to take care of business.
Mm-hmm.
You got to prove like this is a... If it's a rebuild, it's a rebuild that's not going to take 8 years.
Right.
You know, it's got to be more immediate than that.
Right.
But he's having a great season. Friday night, he had 7 touchdowns. He was 19 for 23, 6 throwing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, 410 yards against North Paulding.
Insane.
So they won 49-21, so he was part of every single touchdown that Marietta scored. So, I mean, he's got some weapons, but you're putting up that kind of numbers.
Yeah. I was reading, speaking about being, and I know we'll talk about it more in a second, but speaking of being involved in every single touchdown, a Texas and Oklahoma fan were arguing about Jalen Hurts, and someone was like, he didn't even play that good. Like a Texas fan said that, and they're like, he scored every touchdown for us. So he had a bad day and still did that to you? So that,
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That guy's an idiot.
He's a Texas fan, so do with that what you will. You know?
Yeah, fake UT. Jalen Hyatt, wide receiver commit, is a finalist for South Carolina Mr. Football.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So,
his parents,
pretty big.
Unless his parents are just going rogue, he is hard at Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, they already got jerseys made. He's coming to Tennessee.
Yeah.
They've already got, like, an apartment set up for him and everything. They put a down payment down on an apartment already. BJ Ojolari, not sure about his stats last night. Didn't get those, but then the last Friday, he had 13 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks against a powerhouse in Florida, Edgewater. So, I mean, I'm excited.
Yep.
Like, these commits are not only, like, they're on good football teams, but they're also dominating against great competition.
Right.
So, and then 4-star defensive tackle Amari Thomas will be on his official visit next weekend for the South Carolina game. He was just here for the Georgia game and already, wanting to come back and make it official. So, Tennessee's big out of him, out of Briarcrest Christian in Memphis. So we'll kind of see where that goes. Basketball recruiting. You had a visit from 3-star center Dylan Cardwell. I don't know what Tennessee's going to do. They're definitely probably looking to oversign because with all the transfers and everything like that happen with basketball, you want to make sure that you have yourself covered.
Absolutely.
So it looks like they're going to oversign. 4-star power forward PJ Hall is taking his official visit for this weekend. So for the Alabama game, he will be actually on campus. So
nice.
It's weird that he's not going to a home game, but
right.
I think he's the only one that's supposed to be here, so he's going to get that one-on-one time with his staff and the players, and they want to lock that one down. That's their main focus right now is with Jaden Springer, and then they want to oversign to get another big man, and it looks like it's either PJ Hall, and it looks like Dylan Cardwell might be kind of a backup there. We'll see.
Yeah.
But it looks like they would probably only take one of those guys. So that's all I got for recruiting. Redshirting. Brandon Johnson is going to redshirt. What do you think about that?
Probably just the depth. Kind of similar like you talk about guys like him and Tyler Bird and, that they could be playing, but a lot of talent in front of them too.
Yeah.
Not so much a knock on them. And Brandon Johnson's younger, probably a decision that, he saw. Maybe something he wants to finish his, degree. Maybe he wants that graduate transfer year if he, he wants it available because he might take that opportunity. Stuff like that. I'm sure there's a lot of things that, he's looking forward and making decisions. So
it looks like he wants to be here though. So he's not just like redshirting to go somewhere else.
Right.
It looks.
I just mean leaving the graduate transfer option open because that gives him more time to graduate and take advantage of what it will be his redshirt senior year. So
I think that's huge for him, and it's huge for us to you lose Callaway, you lose Jennings.
It's almost like a guy you add to the next recruiting class, but he's got playing experience. He'll be on campus with you the whole year. It's like you're recruiting for the next class from guys on your team.
Yeah, it's like almost a JUCO guy.
Yeah.
A proven JUCO guy.
Right. So this is cool. We tailgated next to Jeff Smith yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar, is it the 83?
I thought it was 86.
86. 1986 Sugar Bowl. Jeff Smith caught the touchdown pass to tie it up 7-7. And first off, when someone was like, "That's Jeff Smith," like one of the guys from the other tailgate was just telling us, I was like, that is a big dude to be catching touchdown passes. Like he didn't play on the offensive line, and I don't mean like T. Martin big, like he was humongous, like tall, and had like, I don't know if you like when you shook his hand, did you notice how big his hand was? Yeah, it like ate my hand.
He had some girth about him.
Yeah,
good girth.
We need to get him. I meant to get his phone number. We need to get him on, especially after a loss, because he has the most just calming voice. I was like, I'm gonna listen to whatever you tell me,
dude. I feel like
I was
like if he like rolled down his window in a dark alley and be like, "Hey man, get in my car," I would do it. Like he just has that voice,
very calming voice. And he told us, he's like, guys, because I guess he's asking, I guess he asked like why we were fans or something like that. Like we told him, like, well, we fell in love with it. Like he's like just hang around. Like it's gonna be all right. Yeah. It's like today was an example.
Every day is a great day to be a Vol.
Yeah, and I was like, much better way of saying it than but also because of how calming his voice was.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm a Vol for life, even more so now because of you.
Yeah, and he was like, y'all from Knoxville? Yeah. He's like, y'all are family.
Yeah.
This is a family.
Yeah.
I was like...
Which I don't know where he's originally from. I'm assuming not Knoxville, so that's pretty cool that, like, a guy like... it goes to show the impact that Knoxville and the university makes on, like, guys that come here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to look up see if I can find out where he's from real quick. While we're doing that, we got some Twitter questions.
Twitter questions, absolutely. I need to look that up. So, first one. Cameron Ward, at Cameron_Ward32, said, even if Maurer is cleared to play next week, should they play him? I think we kind of answered that.
Yeah.
We think he will, but we wouldn't hate it if he didn't.
Yeah.
See what else we had. At DRS, or at Dr. Ski Girl, said, didn't get to watch second half, know about To'o penalty, but were there many others?
Many other penalties? Many other ejections? Is that what she's asking? He asking?
Know about To'o penalty.
So is he just out for the first half, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so he's only out for the first half. I mean, there wasn't a ton of penalties on either one of the teams. I thought it was pretty clean, besides his penalty. Let me see if I can find how many penalties there actually were. It wasn't a lot. So we had 3 for 34 yards. They had 4 for 15 yards.
Gotcha.
So not a lot whatsoever. I thought we had one more maybe. I guess that's it. If I forgot any, I apologize. But I think that's all we have. So, yeah.
There you College football recap. Ended up being a good week of college football, mainly because Tennessee won. Other than that, don't care. Just kidding. The LSU Florida game, which we did get to watch, was a really good game. Briefly watched the Alabama A&M game. Also, just some crazy scores. Obviously, the Georgia USC game. Goggle Dog missing it. Yeah, someone was like, death taxes and college kickers missing game winners. And I was like, first off, Goggle Dog has been in the league for 76 years. Yeah. He is no longer a college kicker. But, yeah, that's...
He's an NFL veteran already at heart.
I mean, I think I said it before I actually got the text. I was like, I will laugh really hard if Goggle Dog misses. Because he shouldn't. He's a guy that makes it all the time. He shouldn't miss him.
I mean, he would never miss against us.
No, never. He'd hit the 51 or the 61-yarder, bounce off the crossbar and go in. Absolutely.
Or no, it'd be even more Tennessee than that. It would be like they block it, the holder runs him down, he fumbles it, Goggle Dog picks it up and runs it back for a touchdown.
Right. The Georgia. The funny thing about the Georgia South Carolina game is that the Tennessee fans. So it obviously ended after our game because it went to overtime. But it was like funny to see Tennessee fans celebrate again. Like everyone was like super excited that it happened, and I was excited. But like an hour later, I was like, oh, we haven't played South Carolina yet. That sucks because now they've got some confidence.
And then we got to celebrate that Florida loss.
Got to celebrate the Florida loss. Nice. Florida getting beat down pretty good, 42-28 from LSU, who is the real deal.
Dude, they are. Number 2.
The real deal. They're the real deal. Is this 2000?
And that was 2 good defenses last night, and they put up a lot of points.
Yeah. Joe Burrow is the real deal. I also saw that, like, LSU's offense averaged, like, 6-7 yards a play. Something crazy like that. Mm-hmm. It might have been more. It was something like that.
I feel like every time I would, because we were at Cool Beans, anytime that I would turn my head, the score was different.
Yeah.
And somebody was scoring.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
We were talking about this, man. The top teams, and even more so before Georgia lost. So Georgia's making me look stupid because I was thinking this. It really doesn't take them to make me look stupid. But Georgia, but it seems like the top teams in college football are the top teams. Yep. And the SEC and the ACC, everywhere it's pretty true. Big Ten, Pac-12, everybody kind of sucks. True in the Big 12 as well, but the top teams are good and the bottom teams are very not good. And then like when you look at top 25, like number 25 through 10 is, I feel like there's 40 teams that could be in those spots because they're gonna win and lose. Like Virginia getting beat by Miami. Miami's not good.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the rankings right now, and Georgia's at 10. I think everybody below Georgia, that includes Auburn, Oregon, Utah, I feel like all those, like none of those teams are just like, man, they're a good football team.
Right. Most people can beat them. I'm not going to say Tennessee could beat them, but most people could.
Yeah.
Most people could.
I mean, Texas is at 15. They're 4-2.
Yeah.
Baylor is number 18 in the country right now.
Wow. How did they bounce back from their crap before we do? That's insane.
Offense, man.
Offense.
Offense and no defense. That's how you win in the Big 12.
Yeah. Alabama beating A&M. Oh, excuse me. 47-28. Landon kept me out late last night.
Fake news.
You did.
I made you go home.
You also made me stay out. Little plot twist there.
All I know is Moe's after the game was a great idea.
That's the first time in many a years that I've eaten a full Joey. Because Joey Jr.'s enough. Like, it is.
Yeah.
I ate that full Joey.
Oh, yeah. I probably could have ate another one, too. I was starving.
I don't know about that, because this morning, I ended up not throwing up, but I thought I was going to throw that Joey right back up.
Oh, you had a little butt throw up?
I did not.
Oh.
No, I thought I was going to throw up.
Oh.
And I didn't, thankfully.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say, better out than in. So you kept it in, so that's not good.
Wisconsin, 38-0 Michigan State. We joke, because I've been saying Wisconsin's a really good football team. What'd they move up to, by the way?
They're number 6.
Number 6. I've been saying they're a good football team, and I was like, Michigan State's going to prove me wrong this week. They're going to somehow beat Wisconsin. 38-0, though. And, Wisconsin is...
They play Ohio State in 2 weeks. It's going to be fun.
I think they're just a different football team that people aren't used to seeing.
They're old school.
They're old school. The way they control the game right now is incredible. I don't even know who their quarterback is, and I don't care because they don't need it. They don't need him.
Jack Cohn.
I wonder. Can you look up what they're averaging a carry right now?
Averaging a carry.
Yeah.
So they averaged 4.8 yards yesterday.
A carry. I wonder what they do for the season. I bet it's right in that range, which is
probably
incredible.
Because Jonathan Taylor, I mean, he had 26 carries for only 80 yards. We had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
They had one guy. He had 1 carry for 66 yards and a touchdown.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
But I mean, to be that old school, you got to have a dominant running back
Yeah.
and an efficient quarterback, and they have both of those.
Yeah, and their offensive line is, I mean, they bring a different meaning to the Big Nasties.
And their defense is incredible. 4 shutouts so far this season.
Yeah,
The most anybody's put on them, 15 points, and that was Northwestern.
Wow. That game was like pretty good for a while, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember.
Did you see the USC Notre Dame score? Notre Dame's slowly slipping. They're gonna get caught eventually.
Did they lose?
Nope, they won 30-27. But it's like it's getting that time of the year where it's time for Notre Dame to lose. It's getting there. Getting there. Did you see the Louisville Wake Forest score? Sorry.
Wisconsin. I just looked this up because I was curious. Northwestern scored 13. They scored 12 points in the fourth quarter under 9 minutes left.
Garbage time points.
So yeah, it was 24-3 until they scored.
Yeah, gotcha.
So yeah, Wisconsin has a solid defense. That's to hold people, to shut out 4 people and then have people just scoring in garbage time. That's the only way they're scoring on you. That's pretty incredible.
Pretty good.
I'm on the Wisconsin train. I'm not cheering for them, but I will definitely cheer for them over Ohio State.
Oh yeah.
I hate Ohio State.
Everybody hates Ohio State.
They're butt.
They are, but I just realized our camera feed went out, so let me get that fixed, guys. I apologize. I broke the camera with my face. I'm terrible. Audio's working. You can still hear us. We're good.
Camera's 0-1.
Others, did you see the Louisville Wake Forest score?
No.
I want you to guess. Don't look it up. Guess. Louisville Wake Forest. Wake Forest is ranked. I'll tell you that they lost to Louisville. See if you can guess the score.
31-21.
Double. Add a couple extras. 62-59.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Louisville beat Wake Forest 62-59.
Why? Why is that even a score?
I don't know. I don't know. It's incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's insane. Penn State 17-12 over Iowa. Those are pretty 2 solid Big Ten teams.
Yeah.
2 solid Big Ten teams.
God, Big Ten football is so boring to watch.
Yeah. Temple
Unless
getting
you're
the
Wisconsin.
upset over number 23 Memphis.
Yeah.
30-28. So who's the best team in the state of Tennessee? Tennessee Tech now? ETSU?
Maybe. Go Bucks, baby.
Buck up. And then the hilarious UNLV 34-10 over Vandy. I can't imagine all the Vandy fans, all 6 of them, that tweeted about us losing to Georgia State. And then you go and do the same thing in worse fashion to UNLV.
Their quarterbacks were 16 for 41 and 140 yards and a pick.
Why are you even still throwing the football at that point? That's stupid.
They are so bad.
That's coaching.
And 53 yards of that was on one play.
That's incredible.
Dude, they're terrible.
Did Deuce Wallace get to play?
Yeah.
Mason said he would.
Yeah, he did play.
He did. What was his stats?
5 for 16, 36 yards.
He hadn't been good since South Oil tore him apart in 2015 or 14.
Brody Rollins and that crew did it to him.
They did it. They wore him out.
Yep.
He was really good until then.
Never recovered.
No. He was good till then.
Yep.
Any other scores you want to talk about? Any of the games?
The only thing I've written down is Vandy sucks and LSU is for real. I for real think Alabama and LSU are the best 2 teams in the country.
I agree. I think the rankings are correct currently.
And they play at Alabama. They have to play Auburn at home and then go Alabama the next week. So it's going to be tough for LSU.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if they're able to somehow come away with a win, because that's probably the winner of that game is probably in the college football playoff.
Probably so. I would agree.
So
segments. Let's talk some most important.
Most important.
Orange pants. Come on, beat you to it. That's awesome, dude. I'm so glad we wore them.
Dude, it was fun.
Do we go 2 in a row? Orange on the road?
We might. We should.
We should.
Do it until we lose, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Actually, let's not do it against Alabama.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah. My most important is David Ortiz. He, I think this is Tito's that he put in Frank Thomas's cup on Fox Sports. And so it like shows Frank Thomas like taking a sip,
does it?
and
Yeah.
he's just like, what?
Does he not flinch at all?
Not like you would think. Not like you would think.
I mean, I can't imagine. I've done it.
Yeah.
And not flinching.
It was just like, did it. He was just like, he thought about it for a second. He was just like, what in the world?
Yeah.
But I thought that was hilarious.
Heck no.
Great prank. And they used like the same style cup that he had. So I thought that was nifty. Creative. I like it.
He's got a what now? What were you saying?
So they like Frank Thomas's cup, they like got the same cup and put that in there.
Gotcha. Bold. I can't. That's incredible. He didn't flinch. That's incredible.
I'll show you the video after.
Let's see here. What was my next one? Oh, this is a little bit different, but Vol hockey beat Mississippi State 16-0.
Hacky.
16-0.
Jeez.
Yeah, tough weekend for Mississippi State athletics. Tough weekend. Hate to see it.
Yep.
You hate to see it.
My next one is Nick Bosa taking a little revenge to Baker.
That was a good celebration.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah,
Credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't think it was over the top.
No. I mean,
I think it was fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's cool that they're bringing like their college rivalry into it. I thought that was cool.
Also, one thing I want to say, speaking of that, similar kind of take, I'm not 100% convinced that, a few times through the Butch Jones years and the Derek Dooley teams, I'm not convinced like guys, that a majority of the guys like necessarily wanted to be at Tennessee. And I mean that like they probably weren't fans growing up, weren't necessarily like had that fan mentality when they were here. Whereas you got guys like Trey Smith who like want to be at Tennessee because like they love Tennessee.
Yeah.
You've got guys like that. Like I'm not saying like it was their team growing up. Trey Smith, now he's different. He may have been. But like Brian Maurer just seems like he wants to be here in Orange.
Yeah.
Got guys like that on this team that Tyler Bird, the way he was talking after the game, like just seemed like they want to be at Tennessee because it's Tennessee, not because it's college. Like it's just college football. So kind of on the same page of like Trey Smith talking about the orange pants afterward. That was awesome. Like that just seems like a fan.
Them orange britches, baby.
Them orange britches. It seems like a fan talking.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like again,
I think a lot of that is buying into the program.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. It gives you. So credit to this guy who was saying it. I still don't think we beat Alabama. I don't think we touch Alabama. But when you go into rivalry games like Alabama and you want to be at Tennessee and you understand what Tennessee is, it does make you fight a little bit harder. Because if you don't have guys that are fans that want to be here, games like Alabama are just another game.
Yeah. And
you don't have that passion, that rivalry passion. But now maybe you do have more of it. I don't know. It just feels like more guys want to be here because it's Tennessee, not just because it's college football.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like that right now. Maybe I'm looking into it too much, but
I mean, they're definitely more vocal about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you knew Josh Dobbs loved being at the University of Tennessee.
Yeah, like guys like Grant Williams, Admiral Schofield, like guys that when they walk through the T through the last time, like it means something to them. It's not just like, yep, got my degree.
Right. Moving on.
Yep.
I don't think I have any more most important.
I have one more. So, F.A. Obata, he's a defensive lineman for the Carolina Panthers. They played in London today, and he's from there. And so they made him an honorary captain today. So I thought that was pretty cool to go home. And
who is that?
F.A. Obata with the Panthers.
Yeah.
He's got an incredible story. I don't know if you've watched that series on Amazon Prime.
Where they follow the team around for the year? No, I haven't.
It goes into detail about F.A. Obata and kind of how he started playing football, and then, it just kind of happened that he got the opportunity to try out, and now he's like an actual decent NFL player. So I thought that was cool to make him an honorary captain when they went home to his home country. I thought that was cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And so that's all you got for most important, is what you said?
Yep.
All right, fail of the week.
Vandy.
That's your fail?
Definitely.
So I've got one. I've got the refs in this Georgia high school football game between, I don't know how to say that, McAkron and Hillgrove. Game-winning touchdown. Called no good. I'll let you be the judge.
I think I've seen this. Yeah, it's definitely.
I mean, it's not even close. They ruled him down or out, and it wasn't close. Like, if they ruled a fumble, I mean, I'm saying the same thing. Like, it's still not good, but that wasn't even close.
No.
Was not close. If you haven't seen it, if you go to High Five Sports on Twitter, like, that's the name, High Five Sports, and you'll find the video. He's got like 3 videos of it, but it was atrocious. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you make that call.
Yep.
I don't know. I got another fail. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
I have one.
You got one more?
So, Dave Peterson. Did you see the letter he wrote to Penn State?
Oh my God. Who is gonna happily be like, yep, I did this.
Like that? Come on, man. If you haven't read it, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because that would take too long. But here's one quote from it. Don't you have parents or girlfriend who would have told you those shoulder-length dreadlocks look disgusting and are certainly not attractive?
Right. I mean, I'm with a lot of people. Like, I'm not saying he's a racist. I'm not saying he's not racist.
Yeah, that dude's damn near.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people like that. I'm sure there's people like that everywhere, but good Lord. Like, we're not in the 1940s anymore.
Yeah.
And dreadlocks make you better at football. So
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Everybody with dreadlocks is like twice as good as football before they had dreads.
Yeah.
It's just like it. Like Callaway. And it's just a look. Like, if you have dreads, you automatically know that dude's good at football. He has dreads.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Dreads make you... That's why Callaway is like Samson. That's why his dreads get longer and longer.
Mm-hmm.
How long arm? I haven't seen him like outside of a helmet in a while.
Pretty long.
I mean, it looks like that...
Past shoulder.
It looks like the... Oh, well past shoulder.
Yeah.
Well past shoulder. But it looks like a... what is it? What the thing? That athletic tape roll he's got going on gets thicker and thicker every week. Yeah. Got a lot of hair. I love it. Love the dreadlocks. My last fail is... Did I lose it? Wes Rucker.
My man.
Buddy. Maybe stay off the tweet machine. He said, #Vols, Henry To'o, spelled incorrectly, telling everyone which half he'll miss next week at Alabama. Why would you tweet that? And people are riding him, and I'm sure he'll tweet. I don't understand why people, get on me for just saying. Because that's a stupid thing to tweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was trying to be funny.
How about because everybody, stood up and gave him, an ovation for...
Yeah. And it was a dumb tackle, but I was like, I'll still clap for him.
Yeah. I mean, it was the right call, but in the moment,
He's just trying to make a play.
yeah. I mean, I know somebody in the athletic department, and they said Henry To'oTo'o is one of the nicest guys they've ever met.
And
then you have people like this idiot Wes Rucker who goes on here and tries to make fun of the whole situation. Just stupid.
And then he gets mad at people making fun of him for not standing for the national anthem. Which I'm not saying I support it, but I'm not saying I.
They still do that?
I hope. I think one of, let me see if I can get there quick enough. I think one of the tweets is like, how about him saying how many times Wes Rucker stood for the national anthem? Because he's holding up, like, he's waving, but he's like holding up a 1. Yeah. Oh, people still get him on. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see if I can find
That's
it.
hilarious.
What about speaking of fails, what about the Jeremy Pruitt dancing?
Not great.
Not great. Not great. He's not a great dancer.
I will say it looked very similar to another head coach dancing. Do you remember and I think it's like a GIF now of Butch Jones.
Yeah.
Like that. Looked pretty similar.
I'm not saying that. Nope.
I mean, we praised Butch Jones when he did it, so I'm going to praise Jeremy Pruitt.
Yeah, dude. We were idiots. Like,
we took up for
we
him.
were idiots.
Yep.
I feel like we gave him a fair amount of time. I won't get into that. I just mean we're idiots. Like,
looking back.
Like, we loved that video of him, like, they said, you can't turn it around. I said, when do I start? That was a terrible promo.
Brick by brick.
That was a terrible promo.
Oh, yeah. We got into everything. It was like, all right, this guy's, like, he's making a lot of these weird comments.
He had little man syndrome, but wasn't good at having, like Nick Saban, he wasn't good at having little man syndrome.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. Someone said something like,
so, I have one more. The Dolphins, for their...
God.
They're trying to go for the win. I don't disagree with the call with going for it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Redskins, the Dolphins, you both haven't won a game yet. Dolphins, terrible play call. Just hit a guy right in the chest. It looked like one of the plays Tennessee does where we always seem to miss the ball or it's a bad throw or we fumble it. One of those kind of throws. And it wasn't even like a tunnel screen, really.
I don't know what it was.
It just kind of like hit him and like even if he would have caught it, he would have been tackled. But he drops it, and so they lost.
Sorry, To'oTo'o wasn't spelled. Yeah, I guess it was spelled incorrectly. Is there a space between the second O and the second T? Or is it just...
I'll show you.
Oh, yeah, you have it, don't you?
Please hold.
Please hold. On the official roster, it's a space.
Yeah, there's a space.
Okay.
So he did spell it incorrectly.
He'd spelled it correctly.
Oh.
I thought there wasn't a space.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I'll give him that credit. Yeah, someone did tweet Henry To'oTo'o telling everyone how many times he'd like to see Wes Rucker stand for our national anthem. Yeah. Dolphins are terrible. Vandy sucks. Tennessee's back, baby. I'm just kidding. We're back. We're gonna beat Bama this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I'll call them. All right. Go listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. Where there's a podcast, there's more important issues. We're also on YouTube. We're obviously on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, sort of. Go check us out.
Yeah, we'll also have I think we'll try to tweet it out tonight, a phone number where you can leave us a voicemail.
Yeah. And
we can listen to it.
Potentially. Got to work on it.
Yeah.
We're ironing out some details, and we'll get it there.
Best ones we'll put on the show.
Yeah. Sorry, Chad. I think
talk about whatever. Your reaction to the game, where you think we're going to go. Talk about life. I don't care what you say.
If you just need somebody to call, just call me.
Yeah, I'm in need for a good laugh, so if you want to make me laugh, by all means.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't call us when you're shitting at work. We can tell when you're in a bathroom.
Yep.
So or do it. I guess that's fine. I'll laugh.
Yeah. That's all we got.
Yeah.
We're bringing the boat in. 1-0 this week, and we out.